Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, February 28th at 3:27 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 564 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Fox News claims it's moving toward the center. This show sure isn't. GOP Congresswoman's husband, whose truck had 3%ers decal, says he never heard of armed group before. Trump has captured the Republican Party, and that's great news for Biden. The mystery of India's lake of skeletons. J&J's one-dose shot cleared, giving U.S. third COVID-19 vaccine. Tessica Brown finds lump in breast during enhancement consultation with Gorilla Glue doc. If he dies, he dies, suspect in stabbing of Asian man in New York City told authorities. Indian man killed by his own bird during cockfight. L.A. restaurant closes after high-tech dine and dash scheme. Trump kept them out to protect jobs. Now, these immigrants are getting green cards. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Myanmar police shoot dead 4 protesters in bloodiest day since the coup, CNN. 47 Hong Kong opposition figures charged under national security law, CNN. Dana White skips post-fight presser as Cyril gains hype train slows, Yahoo Sports. Scott Drew says number 2 Baylor lacking rhythm, conditioning in loss to Kansas after COVID-19 pauses, ESPN. In quest for herd immunity, giant vaccination sites proliferate, The New York Times. Pokemon 25, the album set for fall 2021 with Katy Perry, J Balvin, and Post Malone, IGN. J&J vaccine expected in Utah Wednesday, 7,200 ineligible vaccine appointments cancelled, KSL.com. Known tout South Dakota coronavirus response, knocks lockdowns in CPAC speech The Hill. Oprah with Meghan and Harry, masterstroke or disaster, The Guardian. Los Angeles District Attorney faces recall effort less than 3 months into term, NBC News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. CPAC organizer denounces critics spotting what looks like Nazi SS symbol on stage. Second former aide reportedly accuses Andrew Cuomo of sex harassment. The Bachelor announces Chris Harrison's replacement for after the final Rose special. Jeremy Lin says he's not naming or shaming person who called him coronavirus. FDA approves Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine for COVID-19. GOP congressman skips COVID-19 relief vote to speak at white nationalist rally. MSNBC's Chris Hayes, CPAC reveals GOP is fixated on cultural grievance over policy. Manatee deaths are spiking in Florida. Trump restarts fundraising ahead of his CPAC visit. 4 decades after Reagan and Kemp, CPAC finishes its transformation to Trump PAC. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Police using DNA to uncover over 30-year-old's murder. Hate crime charges in stabbing of Asian man. Neighbors react to death of 3-year-old boy. Cat found in Arkansas reunited W owners in Texas. Elderly couple cannot book COVID-19 vaccine apps. Man said goodbye to 7 kids before COVID death. Influencers spread messaging for Chauvin trial. School board member says he doesn't agree with Black History Month. Can you identify this mysterious old writing? Prison inmates get COVID-19 vaccine early. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Vaccine, stimulus, Trump, your weekend briefing. Hong Kong charges 47 democracy supporters with violating security law. More protesters are killed in Myanmar as crackdown escalates. The city where cars are not welcome. At CPAC, a golden image, a magic wand in reverence for Trump. In quest for herd immunity, giant vaccination sites proliferate. On SNL, Dr. Fauci hosts So You Think You Can Get the Vaccine. Maldives courts influencers amid COVID-19. Amid slow vaccine deliveries, desperate EU nations hunt for more. Second former aide accuses Cuomo of sexual harassment. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Portland anti-ICE rioters smash windows, spray paint businesses, downtown merchants frustrated. Cynthia Nixon, others scoff after Cuomo team names judge to review Gov sex scandal. Reps Rischenthaler and Waltz, U.S. should boycott China's Winter Olympics, don't reward genocide, rights abuses. Actress Sarah Culberson discovers she's a princess while searching for birth parents, it was overwhelming. Governor Andrew Cuomo's history with women, wives, girlfriends, accusers. California duplex with mannequins in every room is listed for $650 G, to be sold as is. Burma military crackdown on anti-coup protests leaves at least 2 dead. SNL jabs at Cuomo, Newsom, Whitmer and Fauci hosted coronavirus game show sketch. Georgia deputy airlifted in critical condition, another wounded in shooting, manhunt underway, reports. Live updates, White House plans to charge reporters for coronavirus test for entry, report. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, February 28th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. COVID vaccine may create Terminator-type antibody response in people who have had coronavirus. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Rishi Sunak warns COVID crisis has had enormous toll on UK finances. Johnny Briggs is dead at 85, Coronation Street star who played Mike Baldwin for 30 years dies. Dozens of moderators sue Facebook for severe mental trauma after exposure to violent images at work. Britain's first Amazon grocery store, where tracking sensors will charge you via an app. Birds of a feather's Pauline Quirk is cropped out of cast photo after Roe. Senior Democrats tear into Governor Cuomo for appointing Bill Clinton judge to investigate him. Quarantine hotel inmates told to stop smoking and buy nicotine patches, to keep guests in rooms. Gary Lineker embroiled in fried chicken race row for being only white man in Walker's new advert. Wokingham is healthiest place in England and Blackpool the unhealthiest in new index. Alex Salmon to twist the knife again, blow for Sturgeon as he prepares new evidence. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Myanmar security forces open fire on protesters, killing at least 5. With new mass detentions, every prominent Hong Kong activist is now either in jail or exile. Hong Kong detains 47 activists on subversion charges. Archaeologists find intact ceremonial chariot near Pompeii. They dream of reaching America. Their forced service in Iran's Revolutionary Guard locks them out. Amnesty report describes Aksum massacre in Ethiopia's Tigray. Saudi Arabia says it intercepts missile attack over capital. Libya risks losing control of its destiny as planeloads of fighters and arms flood the country. After dissident vanishes in Canada, Saudi exiles fear they are in jeopardy. Frequently asked questions, what Biden did and didn't do, after U.S. report on Khashoggi's killing by Saudi agents. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus Live News. UK budget will set out plan to address economic damage. Mexico expected to ask US to share vaccine supply. Pope Francis expects to remain in Rome until his death. How Doug Holland's confirmation bid became a proxy fight over fossil fuels. Turns out selling cat memes is a perfect opportunity for entrepreneurs. Gene Marks. More than 50,000 people call for inquiry into use of Queen's consent. What can we learn from Africa's experience of COVID? Zlatan's attack on LeBron James echoes the hypocrisy of the American right. Eton Thomas. The United States vs. Billie Holiday review, Andra Day's film All the Way. New haircuts, old ideology, film warns of shifting far-right strategy in Europe. Gossip, sex and social climbing, the uncensored Chips Channon diaries. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Fatalities reported as Myanmar police intensify use of force. Mexican president says he'll propose labor program to Biden. Second former aide accuses Cuomo of sexual harassment. About 30 vehicles involved in pile-up on icy Montana bridge. Saudi Arabia says it intercepts missile attack over capital. FDA authorizes J&J vaccine. Here's what's next. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, casualties rise as police step up crackdown. Hong Kong charges 47 activists in largest use yet of new security law. Dominican Republic announces plans for Haiti border fence. New York Governor Cuomo faces fresh claims of sexual harassment. Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine, FDA approves single-shot jab. Has China lifted 100 million people out of poverty? Golden Globe Awards 2021, stars prepare for virtual ceremony. Made in Lebanon, my employer treats me like a slave. The Florida coffee shop where Trump is king. COVID vaccine, Germany urged to back AstraZeneca jab for over 65s. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. White nationalists are once again using Christian symbols to spread hate. Arab Americans, deemed white in government records, are suffering an unseen COVID-19 crisis. Facebook groups and 14-hour car rides, some Michigan residents are desperate for the COVID-19 vaccine. U.S. administers about 2.4 million shots in a day, a new high. Johnson & Johnson vaccine authorized. Latest COVID-19 updates. U.S. clears J&J's shot. 3 vaccines now available. AP Top Stories February 27 p. A Michigan teacher wanted to use a BLM at school curriculum. She says the district said no, so she resigned. No effect, even record freeze couldn't eradicate Texas' toughest invasive species, experts say. New Yorkers rally in support of Asian Americans. Biden, a statement on Saudi Arabia coming Monday. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Earthquake, magnitude 3.8 quake recorded near King City, California. Victims' rights advocates launch recall effort against newly elected LAist attorney, George Gascon. Small crowd protests outside Dodger Stadium vaccination site. Lady Gaga's dogs recovered, but mystery only deepens about the violent theft. Reopening high schools gets ugly, divisive in Bay Area district where rich and poor mix. More Santa Ana winds in Southern California are on the way. Two men become first skiers to descend Yosemite's Half Dome. More people are going to die. Immigrant detainees wonder when they'll get vaccinated. New fears of next coronavirus wave as case declines slow and variants grow. Vanessa Bryant wants to make public names of deputies accused of sharing Kobe crash photos. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, February 28, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Furious crowd forces armed police officers to release men arrested for kissing on a beach in Mexico. National security law, 47 Hong Kong opposition activists charged with conspiring to subvert state power. India launches Brazil's Amazonia 1 Earth observation satellite and 18 others into orbit. One reported dead, many hurt as Myanmar police fire at protesters. Myanmar news. Hundreds of protesters, 23 arrests, and 3 police officers injured in Ireland clash with police in anti-lockdown demonstration. Myanmar's UN ambassador fired after anti-coup speech, as military intensifies crackdown on protesters. Historical rape claim against current minister. A test for PM. Labour leader Albanese says, Scott Morrison must satisfy himself the current makeup of the cabinet can continue. A hair color code is being strictly enforced. Half of all senior high schools operated by the Tokyo municipal government. Students who come to class with wavy hair or locks that are not uniformly black are required to submit a document signed by their guardians stating that it is their natural look. Amazon rainforest cloth sold via Facebook Marketplace ads. Parts of Brazil's Amazon rainforest are being illegally sold on Facebook, the BBC has discovered. A massive prison break in Haiti has resulted in the escape of hundreds of inmates and the deaths of at least 25 people, including the prison's director and a notorious Haitian gang leader named Arnold Joseph. Prisons should trial free cannabis, says UK's former chief drug advisor. First vaccine to fully immunize against malaria builds on pandemic-driven RNA tech. An ornate Roman chariot has been discovered almost intact near Italy's buried city of Pompeii, the archaeological park announced on Saturday, calling it a discovery with no parallel in the country. Toronto has cancelled all events through Canada Day. The next headlines are from Forbes. ITV set to win rights to Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview. Amazon is a marvel of digital capitalism and that is the problem. Quiet Cot's crazy cheap electric fat bike measures up to its famous namesake. Stephen Chu blames government contractors for ongoing nuclear waste debacle. Gen Z is driving demand for cottagecore goods. PepsiCo is launching its own line of cocktail mixers. Univision premieres La Yaya del Ambassador, its second Turkish series on prime time. Breaking down the Denver Nuggets' remaining regular season schedule. Report, second staffer accuses Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment. Simplifiers possess these 6 traits. How many do you have? The next headlines are from Nature.com. Publisher correction, measuring the A-particle charge radius with muonic helium-4 ions. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,688,907,700 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Maya Rudolph set to make Saturday Night Live return, as host. Saturday Night Live, Nick Jonas gets monologue visit from Kevin Jonas. Saturday Night Live creates COVID-19 vaccine game show. Post Malone pays tribute to the wide world of Pacman in P25 music virtual concert. FDA approves Johnson & Johnson one-dose COVID-19 vaccine. Emmanuel will replace Chris Harrison on The Bachelor, after the final rose. Director Eliza Hickman calls out pro-life Oscar voter who refused to watch abortion drama Never Rarely Sometimes Always. Warren Buffett says never bet against America in annual letter to Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. Celebrating 60 years of the Stuntmen's Association with Bob Heron. Justice League investigator says Walter Hamada did not interfere as Warner Media defends exec from Ray Fisher allegations. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Why Republicans are moving to fix elections that weren't broken. Avril Haines takes over as intelligence chief at a challenging time. Report on Khashoggi killing prompts calls for penalties against Crown Prince. Dozens of kidnapped Nigerian students freed, hundreds of others still missing. FDA authorizes Johnson & Johnson's one-shot COVID-19 vaccine. A Lamborghini of chariots is discovered at Pompeii, archaeologists are wowed. At Black History event, Harris champions COVID-19 bill for its aid to Black Americans. At least 25 dead after prison break in Haiti in which hundreds of inmates escaped. How is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign going in your state? Coronavirus world map, we've now passed the 100 million mark for infections. The following headlines are from The Week. FDA grants emergency use authorization for Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. Records provide Louisiana State Police's first acknowledgement Black man who died in custody was mistreated. Myanmar's military rulers reportedly fire UN ambassador after emotional anti-coup speech. Trump reportedly expected to embrace 2016 campaign style in CPAC speech. Biden says Senate has no time to waste in passing COVID-19 relief bill. Ben sassy on Matt Gaetz, that guy is not an adult. Iranian security official accuses U.S. of trying to revive organized terrorism with Syrian airstrikes. 10 things you need to know today, February 27, 2021. Biden's COVID-19 relief bill will head to the Senate after House vote. 5 cartoons about Andrew Cuomo's nursing home scandal. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Radio signals from Proxima Centauri. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Dust particles in the Martian atmosphere can create static electricity, but not enough to endanger the rovers. Some Earth life could already survive on Mars. Did ancient Martian life eat rocks for food? These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, February 28. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Perseverance saw its own descent stage crash. Zodiacal light is a glowing pyramid after dark. Did you find the message hidden in Perseverance's parachute? What's the coldest Earth has ever been? Cosmic ray originated in cataclysmic event. Parker Solar Probe captures a glimpse of Venus. The next news is from Politico. Why state legislatures are still very white and very male. Biden's first 100 days. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Virginia joins 15 other states in legalizing marijuana. Second woman accuses Cuomo of harassment. FDA authorizes Johnson & Johnson coronavirus vaccine. Nome slams COVID shutdowns, defends South Dakota's record at CPAC. Trudeau, it's great to see America re-engage under Biden. Pompeo leans into pro-Trump lane in fiery CPAC speech. Grenell to discuss potential California governor run with Trump Saturday. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Doctors show washing out silicosis suffers lung-fault disease. Death toll rises on bloodiest day of Myanmar anti-coup protests. Mint condition, sick sheep barely pass muster. Chinese investment in Australia plummets amid trade strikes. AMA doctors say WA cannot cope with COVID outbreak, health minister dismisses report. Australian university study hubs keep students engaged in China. Labour MP accused of rape in new email. Why Ben Moses was sitting with Swaley's family at Teen Stars trial. Hopes Google, Facebook deals will underpin a rise in journalism jobs. Nothing off the table, penny safe but does examine options amid crisis. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. COVID-19 has put financially vulnerable Americans on even shakier footing. Low wages are just the start of the problems for millions of U.S. workers during COVID-19, here's why. The moneyest, greed is rearing its ugly head and killing brotherly love. My husband and his brother are at war over an inheritance from a beloved neighbor. What can we do? Americans cannot file their income taxes fast enough, but they should brace for some unwelcome news in their 2020 refunds. The moneyest, she is a financial idiot and partier. I loaned my sister $4,780 for a lawyer during her divorce. I am still chasing repayments. The moneyest, we put our spendthrift neighbors in touch with our financial advisor. They called her lousy, so how come we are the ones who retired early? The moneyest, my wife has homeschooled our son and our best friend's son since September due to COVID-19. Is it too late to bring up money? Help me retire. I'm 64, single, considering retirement after fighting cancer. I have $1.6 million. Should I retire? Pfizer vaccine can reduce transmission after one dose, new study finds. The conversation, can I still get COVID-19 even after I'm vaccinated? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Klosterman, James, Springfield News-Sun. Los Alamos Steam Lab celebrates Black History Month, Los Alamos reporter. The next headlines are from Quartz. African entertainment startups had their best ever year in 2020. Africa's biggest air polluter is now battling sewage flows into a major water source. Entertainment startup stars, variant-proof vaccines, Nigeria's COVID burnout. The big spending state may be here to stay, even after the pandemic ends. Half of Etsy's mask-only buyers are coming back for crafts. The company using robots and fan input to pitch stories to Hollywood. Is this the world's best stock picker? A recent Ebola outbreak puts Guinea's muscle memory to the test. Weekend edition, Bezos's legacy, nursing home crisis, digital cuttons. Nichu 5 Tet Udia 5 Kate 5 Koto Tano Quartz Japan 3/13/5. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Game Jam winner spotlight, art apart and there are no eyes here. The best summary of Australia's news-linked tax bargaining code. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. J Balvin. Nick Jonas. Nets. Michigan basketball. Louis Nix. Evan Rachel Wood. Megyn Kelly. Kristi Noem. Jonah Hill. 10th Amendment. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Get the FCK out of here. Watch hilarious moment Canelo kicks out cheeky ring crashers with X-rated tirade. Widow of NBA icon Kobe Bryant rages at Hollywood actress Evan Rachel Wood over rapist comment. Watch, Portland protest turns chaotic with businesses trashed, fist fights on the street and bike cops slamming into press. Nothing more than a punch bag, Canelo crushes Yildirim's Turkish challenger forced to quit on stool after 3 rounds, video. U.S. regulators approve Johnson & Johnson single-shot coronavirus vaccine for emergency use. The $7 trillion cost of upgrading the U.S. power grid. China's economy could double in size by 2035, eclipsing U.S. along the way, Bank of America. At least 2 reported dead, multiple injured as Myanmar continues crackdown on anti-coup protests, videos. Czech President Zeman reveals Prague has asked Putin to supply Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine without EU drug watchdog certification. GOP.NY representative calls on criminal sexual predator Cuomo to resign after second former staffer alleges sexual harassment. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Why the Capitol riot terrified the elites. How global health and wealth has changed over 2 centuries. Escobar, Putin, Crusaders, and Barbarians. A whopping 91% of U.S. restaurants will invest in kitchen automation, says survey. Watch, Exeter World War II bomb detonated as thousands evacuated. The danger of the administrative state. IKEA is now selling tiny homes for broke millennials. UTC.mp4 is fake economics. Israel says Iran behind blast on Israeli-owned ship in initial assessment. Minimum wage, maximum discrimination. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Israeli-owned vessel docked in Dubai after mysterious explosion. Gaza's first digital archive documents rich cultural history. Indian rooster kills owner during cockfight. Hong Kong police charge dozens of activists with security crime. Iran receives China's Sinopharm jabs as COVID deaths reach 60,000. Analysis, Syria's peace process and the Russian and U.S. roles. You can carry on or give up, families living with rare diseases. Fighting intensifies between Houthis, Yemen Gulf forces and Marib. Protecting dignity, Iran's push to fight violence against women. A war is being waged against academic freedom in Britain. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Rick Grenell takes on CA Governor Gavin Newsom, calls for term limits in CPAC speech. Biden's Pentagon, Syria bombing legal under UN law. Democrats block Rep. Anti-Barr's amendment to prevent COVID-19 relief funds from going to China. Governor Kristi Noem at CPAC, conservatives exist to fight for America. Exclusive Donald Trump Jr., working-class Americans will foot the bill for Joe Biden's mass immigration. Dingle, we'll see the schools reopen when money from COVID bill enters system, teachers are vaccinated. 94-year-old couple falls in love during pandemic, plans post-vaccination wedding. CPAC speakers, GOP civil war won by Trump. Rep. Lauren Boebert at CPAC, Democrats push gun laws to control Americans. Woman gives elderly neighbor her coronavirus vaccine appointment, you need this more than I do. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 1, cylindrical cruise missile-looking UFO reported in close encounter by American Airlines pilot over New Mexico. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. First cloned endangered species in U.S. from genes frozen 30 years ago gives hope for black-footed ferret. Gary Sinise launches mental health network for veterans and first responders. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Tired of streaming old sitcoms? Check out this TV comedian visiting tiny towns across Canada on Absolute Gem. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, February 28th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Inside the gently competitive world of giant vegetable growing. I'm operating. Doctor makes Zoom court appearance while in surgery. California medical board to investigate after plastic surgeon appeared at a virtual trial from an operating theater. Peppa Pig is getting her own Orlando area theme park, complete with muddy puddles. Video, novel or nasty, woman improvises, using G-string as mask in supermarket. Indian man killed by his own bird during cockfight. Here's why new WandaVision episodes debut in the middle of the night. Scores of mosquitoes swarming like a tornado trouble drivers in Argentina. Indian man killed by his own rooster during cockfight. I hope I make it. 7-year-old Alabama girl sells lemonade to fund her own brain surgeries. Tangier Island class of 2020 was exactly one graduate. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Hey millennials, stop ruining emoji for Gen Z. The US space policy keeps changing, at the expense of the next moon landing. Can auditing eliminate bias from algorithms? This tiny particle accelerator fits in a large room, making it much more practical than CERN's. The UI and UX work together in this 9-course training package to make you a web design pro. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, February 28 from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Vice President Kamala Harris calls NASA astronaut Victor Glover. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Bayou secures number 2 seed in WCC tournament with win over St. Mary's. Utah Jazz fight off tiredness, get back to their winning ways in Orlando. Utah run in Utes hammer number 19 USC, which leads to more wondering on what this season could have been. State colleges, Vapor State opens football season with 49-21 win at Idaho State. The triple team, Jazz got 25 from Donovan Mitchell in the second half to beat Orlando. How much better is he in second halves? State works to cancel appointments after 7,200 people without qualifying conditions are able to schedule shots. Police arrest man accused of shooting Provo police officer. Fire department rescues construction worker from trench in Riverton. The left is out to devalue womanhood and manhood and destroy kids, Utah Rep. Burgess Owen says. Chris Stewart reintroduces bill he says will protect both LGBTQ and religious rights. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. How Facebook silenced an enemy of Turkey to prevent a hit to the company's business. Apple's powerful M1 MacBooks are lowering the resale value of older MacBooks. Dropping nearly 20%, Bitcoin suffers worst weekly drop in a year. Can Ready crowdfund a Raspberry Pi CyberDeck enclosure for cyberpunk enthusiasts? Brave privacy bug exposed Tor onion URLs to your DNS provider. SolarWinds former CEO blames intern for SolarWinds 123 password leak. Is the net neutrality debate a pointless distraction? The Perseverance rover CPU has similar specs to a clamshell iBook from 2001. The Mars Perseverance rover's parachute contained a secret message. Quantum computer solves decades-old problem 3 million times faster than a classical computer. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Mass vaccination event at Omega Center provides over 1,300 people their first vaccine shot. Johnson & Johnson's one-dose shot cleared by FDA giving U.S. third COVID-19 vaccine. Students abducted from northern Nigerian school 2 weeks ago freed. Third stimulus checks, here's where we stand as February ends. Police investigating a suspicious death on Metrolink train at Lambert Airport. One person killed, another injured in Friday night at End Run in St. Louis. Part of I-64 remains closed while demolition of the Ewing Bridge continues. St. Louis County Police investigate Spanish Lake homicide. St. Louis concert venues seeing light at the end of the tunnel for return. Former Chamber of Commerce president charged with stealing. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Deadly stabbing at downtown trolley station investigated. Sharp Healthcare aims to vaccinate 1,500 educators this weekend. California doctor appears in court video call while performing surgery. 66-year-old motorcyclist killed in SR-76 crash. Ruby's Diner at Oceanside Pier closes. Man arrested for wife's murder after lengthy police standoff. Child tax credit versus child care tax credit, how each could give more money to parents this year. Helicopter, public health find missing 4-year-old at local desert campground. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Former Central Intelligence Agency agent explains how he made targets fall for him. Kodak stock, wireless spy camera market may see a big move with brand players forecast 2021 to 2027, Express Keeper Fintech Zoom, World Finance. Kodak stock, wireless spy camera market may see a big move with brand players forecast 2021 to 2027, Express Keeper Fintech Zoom, World Finance. SpyX Family Volume 4 Advanced Review, but why though? Owner of Israeli-owned cargo ship damaged in Sea of Oman close to Mossad chief, reports. It's hard to leave him, sympathizer spy story continues in the committed WAMU. Bars from Facebook is TikTok for rappers, here's what you need to know. Facebook launches TikTok-like app for creating, sharing raps. Tech executives testify in Solorigant hearing, Excel Lion breach updates, Silver Sparrow targets Max. Saudi Crown Prince is held responsible for Khashoggi killing in U.S. report. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russian military helicopter crashes in Syria. British tanks to receive next-generation camouflage. UK Aeroborne Prom starts assembly of new Iroquois utility helicopter. General Atomics releases new image of its next-generation combat drone. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. After successful disengagement at Pangong Lake, India-China tensions are easing. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, February 28, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Rally held to denounce recent hate crimes against Bay Area Asian community. Justice Department to appeal judge's order on eviction moratorium. Health worker, Rite Aid throws away extra COVID-19 vaccines. 2 injured following DUI hit-and-run collision in Marin County. California doctor performs surgery while appearing in court video call. Second woman accuses Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment. FDA authorizes Johnson & Johnson 1-dose COVID-19 vaccine. Antioch City Council moves forward with series of police reform measures. Jill Biden reveals date-night tradition in the White House. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Fatalities feared as Myanmar police intensify use of force. Knicks outlast Pacers 110-107 behind Randall's double-double. J&J's 1-dose shot cleared, giving U.S. third COVID-19 vaccine. Mavs and Nets 8-game run as Porzingis returns, Irving sits. Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic helped Nuggets rout Thunder 126-96. Surging Red Wings beat Blackhawks 5-3 for second straight win. Constable, retiring chief went from victim to mall cop to lead investigator on Glenewitz case. Murderer of Elgin toddler moves to Crystal Lake area. Aurora officers discuss being black ops during turbulent year. Suburban hero, Grays Lake man braves dog attack to save choking woman. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 9.65 km, in Peru February 28, 2021, 2:16 UTC, about 56,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Marian 21, population affected by Category 1, 120 kilometers per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 553.86 km, in Fiji February 27, 2021, 2:13 UTC, about 2,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, February 28th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Warm and muggy Sunday with a chance for SCT showers. Have you noticed a difference in your car? It could be due to the freeze. Man and child killed in major accident in North Harris County, sheriff says. Former NFL linebacker Emmanuel Acho to host The Bachelor, after the final Rose special. HCFMO responds to building fire in Northwest Harris County. Families are still trying to rebuild their homes after winter storm. Kid Fire Safety Company donates CO detectors to 500 families. Family and friends remember teens killed in violent crash at car meetup. Lee Daniels and Andra Day take on Billie Holiday's legacy in new Hulu film. Mother killed when wheel flies off truck and through her windshield. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Rooster kills Indian man during band cockfight. Longtime mayor of Croatian capital of Zagreb dies at 65. Philippines to receive COVID-19 vaccine after delays. The latest, Thailand begins COVID-19 vaccinations. Israeli-owned ship docked in Dubai after mysterious blast. AP photos, Turkish vaccine teams target isolated villages. Not a good idea, experts concerned about Pope trip to Iraq. Blues rally past Sharks 7-6 after Bennington meltdown. Right, late run helped Colorado beat UCLA 70-61. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Demonstrators, elected officials rally after surge in anti-Asian hate and violence. Second former A2 Governor Cuomo claims he sexually harassed her. Extra, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Ex-Trader Joe's worker claims he was fired for requesting more store safeguards against COVID. Struggling NY artists demand Cuomo form FDR-style jobs program. Driver faces DWI and manslaughter charges after striking and killing Brooklyn pedestrian. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Brooklyn and Queens COVID-19 vaccination sites now open to qualifying borough residents. Eviction cases can proceed for tenants who didn't file hardship forms during PUZ. Elderly Bronx woman dies after oxygen tank gives out while climbing stairs to high-rise home. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Moderate earthquake, 5.4 mag has occurred near Adak in Alaska. Moderate earthquake, M5 quake has struck near Andreanoff Islands, Aleutian Islands, Alaska. Minor earthquake 3.22 mag, 21 kilometers south by southeast of Lopez Point, CA. Light earthquake 4 mag, 218 kilometers south by southwest of Nikolsky, Alaska. Minor earthquake 3.08 mag was detected near Lopez Point in CA. Minor earthquake 3.82 mag strikes near Lopez Point in CA. Minor earthquake 3.9509 mag, 32 kilometers northwest of San Simeon, California. Minor earthquake 3.07 mag has occurred near Bodie in CA. Minor earthquake 3.3 mag strikes near Nikolsky in Alaska. Light earthquake 4.4 mag strikes near Orcapampa in Peru. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Biden-Harris administration committed to building resilient agricultural supply chains. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Does this photo show the Milky Way from Perseverance Mars rover? Lady Gaga's dogs recovered safely after theft, shooting. Archaeologists find intact ceremonial chariot near Pompeii. AP, trooper kicked, drag black men who died in custody. Did Trump's tax returns reveal he claimed Ted Cruz as dependent? Was the CPAC stage intentionally shaped like a Nazi symbol? Does Australia's oldest man knit sweaters for injured penguins? Is Marjorie Taylor Greene pushing an anti-witchcraft law? Did Panasonic create a farting cat robot? What's in an adjective, Democrat Party label on the rise? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. A guide to Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Dylan Sprouse reckons with his Disney past and looks toward the future. This South Carolina island is hard to get to and even harder to leave. Stan Lee was a comic saint who thought he was God. Women have broken the glass ceiling of violent radicalism. Trends in Trumpland should feel like the past. It doesn't. Inside the Golden Globe's shady history of awards giving. Anti-vaxxers melt down over vaccinated people giving blood. SNL destroys Marjorie Taylor Greene's batshit transphobia. SNL gives Fox News something to love by roasting Dr. Fauci and Andrew Cuomo. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Yankees DJ LeMahieu not resting on his laurels. Knicks Nerlens Noel steps up after Taj Gibson exits with injury. Mets prospect Pete Crow Armstrong set to begin pro journey. North Dakota State's 39-game win streak snapped. Lawmakers plead with Department of Justice to release Jimmy Hoffa files. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Biden restores key climate policy tools slashed by Trump. NASA's Perseverance team led by women and minority scientists. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Surgeon caught in mid-operation at start of his virtual traffic violation trial. Calls for outside probe, resignation grow as second woman accuses Governor Cuomo of sexual harassment. Sacramento teacher caught making slant eyes while talking about Asians. Louis Nix, former Giants player and Notre Dame star, found dead at age 29 in Florida. Warren Buffett owns up to ugly $11 billion blunder in annual stockholder statement. Another Cuomo aide accuses governor of sexual harassment. Ray Fisher doubles down on Justice League interference claims after investigator backs film exec. Iceberg larger than NYC breaks off from Antarctica near British research outpost. We are devastated. Rally denounces wave of anti-Asian violence fueled by ignorance about COVID. Florida girl, 12, arrested for selling stun guns to classmates. The following headlines are from military.com. Air Force General, field this next-gen fighter in time to beat China. Feds pinpoint a single suspect in officer's riot death. World War II plane fly past marks UK Captain Tom Moore's funeral. CEO says he won't let USS the Sullivan sink. Oath keeper charged in Capitol riot renounces militia group. Air Force General, known for leadership in Sunday raid, dies at 100. All options on table for Pentagon Sexual Assault Commission. Report says Saudi Crown Prince targeted U.S. journalist. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. You've gotten your second COVID-19 vaccination. When will your life get back to normal? Here's what you need to know about COVID-19 vaccines in Illinois. Boy, 16, killed in Marquette Park shooting after two gunmen chase him down street, authorities say. Pitbull wounded after shooting in Washington Park, police say. Traffic snarled on outbound Kennedy Expressway amid weekend construction, take alternate routes. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 83,048 vaccine doses administered, 1,780 new COVID-19 cases and 34 additional deaths reported Saturday. My son's in the vehicle, mom screamed before son, 8, leapt from moving SUV carjacked in Avondale, prosecutors say as charges announced against suspect. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers, here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Roman chariot unearthed almost intact near Pompeii. Oahu marine protected areas offer limited protection of coral reef herbivorous fishes. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, February 28th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Dialogue with Dreamers. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Spacewalking astronauts prep station for new solar wings. Gunman kill Islamic cleric, his son, student in Pakistan. Not a good idea, experts concerned about Pope trip to Iraq. Stastny scores in first minute of OT, Jets beat Canadians 2-1. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Word Game, February 28, 2021. Horoscopes February 28, 2021, Jason Aldean, put greater emphasis on partnerships. Bridge, February 28, 2021. Ask Amy, this drunk at the bar isn't to us, and it's getting creepy. Dear Abby, is this bad behavior something women are taught? Saturday Night 5, Dead Period Extension helps UW, USC and Oregon in pursuit of mega recruit, basketball outlook, LA story emerges. Family seeks help finding missing 19-year-old Fremont man. Two skiers defy death in descent of Yosemite's Half Dome. Despite barrage of goals, San Jose Sharks lose to St. Louis Blues. Phoenix police arrest two women after argument diverts flight. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Russian helicopter crash lands in northern Syria, casualties. Florida teen helped rescue hundreds of rabbits, guinea pigs. Philippines receives COVID-19 vaccine after delays. Black entrepreneurs, hard work pays off no matter where. Florida artist John Sims demands change through art, writing. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Amazon VP abruptly resigns from board of liberal legal organization. India targets climate activist with the help of big tech. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, February 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. When phones collapse, and when they don't. Predicts the onset of Alzheimer's disease AD using deep learning-based Splice AI. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. In defense of new state standards for teaching kids with diverse backgrounds. One injured after SUV crashes into Portage Park home. Man stabbed several times during altercation in the Loop. One killed, one critically injured in West Chesterfield shooting, police. Pandemic makes obvious another great health threat to African Americans, obesity. Man dies in Roseland gas station shooting, police. Horoscope for Sunday, February 28, 2021's. Death investigation underway after firefighters respond to fire in Park Manor Alley. Blackhawks lose to Red Wings despite big scoring chance advantage. Confident, talented St. Patrick comes back to beat Lake Forest in OT. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. 10 Best BDSM Dating Sites That Actually Work, 2021 edition. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, February 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. NHAI creates world record by constructing 25.54 km road in record 18 hours, HT Auto. Alzheimer's charity invites villagers to help set new world record for longest golf cart parade, Villages News. Westfield recap, enraged parents, 193 apartments, cell tower, world record and more, tapinto.net. Smith among record breakers on final day of World Rowing Indoor Championships, in Games.Bees. The Fast and the Flavorful, edible car sets unusual Guinness World Record, CBN News. Pacman 25, woman with most memorabilia says brand is Great Escape, BBC News. 6 truly bizarre world record attempts that were made in South Essex, Echo. Acura Nugent equals U2016 hurdles world record in Texas, Loop News Jamaica. Soon at Plattsburgh grad breaks Guinness World Record for largest afro, Local 22/44 News. Acura Nugent equals U20 world record in 16 hurdles at Big 12 indoors, Jamaica Observer. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Bots reportedly helped fuel GameStop's hype on Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms. 200,000 Buddhists gathered on a giant screen via Zoom to celebrate one of their holiest holidays. FDA authorizes J&J COVID-19 shot, adding millions of doses to total vaccine supply. SolarWinds officials throw intern under the bus for SolarWinds 123 feet password fail. Great, now the PlayStation Network is down too. Tomb Raider showrunner Tasha Huo is joining Joey Soloway to write Red Sonja. Raven the Science Maven has a message for aspiring STEM workers, be your unapologetic self. The Boys Season 3 will be a supernatural reunion. Boost your PC gaming experience with 15% off a Dragon mechanical gaming keyboard. Safety is sexy, so get a 60-pack of these KN95 5-layer masks for just $29. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vlie'sdriven, South Africa at 107.06 degrees Fahrenheit or 41.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University WID in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. FDA authorizes J&J COVID vaccine after unanimous vote, updated. As important as the Beetle, 2 days with Volkswagen's electric ID4. Creator or creature, a nightmare wakes dramatizes the birth of Frankenstein. Atlantic currents seem to have started fading last century. Nikola admits to making inaccurate statements under disgraced founder. Perseverance's eyes see a different Mars. Hackers tied to Russia's GRU targeted the U.S. grid for years. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Like the evil clown that preys on children, Marjorie Taylor Greene destroyed on SNL's Weekend Update. Former Clinton official says there's only one way Democrats will ever get anything done. There's a sad truth behind some terrific new income statistics. Senator calls Waltons the poster child for greed, and says taxpayers should no longer subsidize Walmart's starvation wages. My Night in Judgment House, the church play about hell that made me a teenage born-again zealot. Dr. Jekyll and Mitch McConnell's insurrection timeline, an evolving story. Right-wing comment tantrum set off by Wall Street Journal's Ear story. Ted Cruz appears on SNL's game show competition to see who gets a vaccine. 11-year-old girl discovers both parents dead from COVID, report. The disastrous saga of the F-35. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. How congressional Republicans are responding to Biden's climate agenda. Watch this number closely to see how seriously Biden will tackle climate pollution. It's the one-year anniversary of Trump's worst predictions on COVID-19. GOP congressman skipped the stimulus vote to appear at a white nationalist event. Electric vehicle tax credit is a boon for well-off Americans. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. We have telescopes in space, rovers on other worlds, our search for alien life continues, first post. Editorial, 3 connections we have to Mars, Roanoke Times. The sounds of Mars probably reveal quite a bit to someone who knows how to listen, Milford Daily News. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, February 28, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, February 28, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.